Welcome to the second round and conference preview NBA playoff edition of C4 Sports. And I'm C4, your host. The second round of the playoffs are almost finished, with the last game taking place today between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons. In reality, the Cleveland Cavaliers should have won Game 6 and ended this series. What I don't understand is why the Cavaliers have two 7-footers, and neither one can play in the high or low post consistently. I don't know or understand whether it is bad coaching or the players are not tough enough to play this way consistently. I'll give the players a break, and I'll blame this on coaching. The Cavs are a better team than the Pistons in almost every position, well, really every position, and refuse to take advantage of their one advantage or their two advantages, which is their height and their skill level. Saying this, Game 7 becomes a crapshoot, but by no means can I find myself rooting for the Pistons. I am a bull, you understand? And as a bull, I have witnessed their domination of my home team for years before Scottie Pippen joined Michael Jordan. I've seen them no different than the Green Bay Packers, the St. Louis Cardinals, or the Minnesota Twins. So all I got to say is, go Cavs, go. Now let's look forward. Monday, with the Spurs fresh off of their series win over the Timberwolves, they will face Thor and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I believe if Jalen Williams is able to play, the series won't go 6 games. Without him, the Thunder, they probably won't win the series until Game 6, but they will be moving on to the NBA Finals for their second straight year. Now, in the East, the Knicks, they sent the 76ers on an early vacation. Now they can get prepared for fishing and everything else you do on vacation. But I believe that the Knicks, if they play the Pistons, the Knicks will win that series in 6 games. But if they play the Cavs, and if the Cavs play the way they need to play, in the paint and taking advantage of their size, the Cavs should win that series by Game 7. Either way, it don't make a difference. Thor and the Thunder will be celebrating back-to-back championships. The Crosstown Classics have started all over Major League Baseball. The White Sox are a real surprise this year in Chicago. The Sox are over 500 at this point in the season. That in itself is a reason for celebration. You know, although I like the Cubs and I like the Sox, I always choose the South Side over the North Side. That's just the way it is. The Sox fans I know are so excited though that the Sox just beat the Cubs in the first series. This is crazy. The city is going, wow. I always prefer the South Side, but to the outside world, a Chicago team is always preferred no matter what uniform they have on. But in-house, this is personal business. It's the South Side all day, every day. The North Side is seen as being fancy and arrogant, while the South Side is hardworking and tough. Next stop off the L, Wrigley Field. This is not business. This is personal. The WNBA season just began. The ladies just got paid, and there are a lot of moving parts throughout the league right now. So I'll give the ladies a month before I start paying attention and commenting on who I like and which team is the best. By the way, there should be a statue of Cynthia Cooper at every WNBA stadium. I see her as Lady Jordan. Respect should be shown for her greatness. I mean, she's the greatest player in WNBA history. Great does not mean points. Great means impact. So I am so sorry, LeBron. Why would you compare yourself to a player who has been retired over 20 years and his shoes still sell out in one day? This tells you everything that you need to know. One Jordan shoe sells more than all of LeBron's shoes put together. Period. End of conversation. As far as the NCAA, their season is pretty much still dormant, unless you want to count baseball season, which I don't. The NFL is in this dormant season, training camps and things of that sort are about to come up. But hey, that puts another show in the books. And remember to not only like this show, but to leave your comments so that I can mention you in future shows, giving you the pub that you deserve. C4 Sports, where we blow up together.